Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, back again with another Timepieces for Tomorrow video. And today I've got breaking news. It's April of 2026, and you can see on my wrist here, this is the Tudor Black Bay 58 Navy. So this particular reference, and we're going to bring the camera closer here and talk about it in a great amount of detail, but this particular reference, in my opinion, is the most desirable Tudor reference, and it has been discontinued as of April of 2026. So let's bring the camera closer, talk about why it is the best Tudor reference in my opinion, and why the discontinuation is, well, we'll talk about that too. Let's get this camera over here. Crank it up in 4K if you got 4K. So this Tudor being discontinued is big news because this Tudor, as you can see here, this is 39 millimeters. It's the perfect size. It's not case thick or case tall, like one might say. You can see excellent proportions. A lot of people on paper, when they look at it and they say, oh, that's not even 40 millimeters, they don't take into account that this is actually the perfect size, because 39 does not wear small on most people. And it's got a distinctive look. You can see it's got the dome sapphire crystal. It's got excellent legibility, dial symmetry, no date to mess up the symmetry. It's got very nice bezel action. It's got an oyster style bracelet, and this being a reference that was released, I think, in 2020, it does not have the T-fit, which is the Tudor equivalent of Rolex Glide Lock. But yeah, and it's got a navy blue dial that's matte, so it's not shiny. It's got an aluminum, or if you're across the pond, aluminium bezel, so it'll probably develop patina over time. Now, we're going to talk about something else here. So one of the things that people may not consider, and this is why I'm posting this video and videos like this one as part of my Timepieces for Tomorrow video series, youtube.com/IrixGuy, and then check out my Timepieces for Tomorrow video playlist. But something that people don't consider about the Tudor Black Bay 58 and why it's so important that, well, the Black Bay 58 Navy has been discontinued. There's the original Black Bay 58, which is black, and it has kind of a goldish color to it. This particular Black Bay that's been discontinued, the Tudor Black Bay 58 Navy, is superior for a few reasons. Case size, in comparison to the original Black Bay 58, it's the same. Bracelet is the same. It's the oyster style bracelet without the T-fit. Again, this was released in 2020. I think it was 2020 when it was released. So from a characteristics perspective, this is the same as the Black Bay 58, the original release, at a quick glance. Now, what sets this one apart and what makes this not only the best Tudor Black Bay 58, but the best Tudor wristwatch in my opinion, is that it does not have faux patina, fake patina. If you look at the original Black Bay 58, it has those gold type colors. It's fake patina, meaning that it makes it look cool in photos. It looks cool new from the store, but it's kind of like going out and buying a bottle of bourbon that there was some sort of way of faking the age. I mean, maybe they somehow used some sort of chemicals and faked the characteristics of an old bourbon that's aged. Same thing with patina. With the original Tudor Black Bay 58, it's fake patina. So it looks good. It may fool a lot of people, but it's not true patina. This particular reference that's been discontinued, the Tudor Black Bay 58 Navy, it does not have fake patina, meaning that the bezel insert, that's aluminum, and then also the probably the dial and the hands, all of that will probably develop what a lot of collectors would refer to as a pleasing patina over time, you know, getting it out in the sunlight, swimming with it, knocking it around unintentionally, you know, you hit a wall, whatever. Things that'll develop patina for the wristwatch. And with the original Black Bay 58, although it looks neat, it's fake patina. So if you wear this like it's meant to be worn, it'll develop a true patina. This Black Bay 58 Navy is a superior reference because of that. That's one of the reasons. The other thing is this style, you noticed it's blue, but it's a matte, M-A-T-T-E blue, meaning that it's not glossy. If you look at what Tudor, and we're going to talk about these wristwatches within a separate video, so subscribe, ring that bell, and check out my timepieces for tomorrow video playlist. But during 2026 Watches and Wonders, Tudor released a smaller, and I think it's 37 millimeter reference of a blue colored Black Bay. Now that one is physically smaller, not saying that 37 millimeters is too small, but in my opinion, 37 millimeters could start to appear small for some people. Whereas 39 millimeters, in my opinion, is a sweet spot for most people. So even though it's a 2 millimeters difference, that new Tudor that came out, and actually they had a previous reference. What is it? It's not the 58, it's the, I'd have to pull up their website, but it's the smallest Tudor that Tudor's released at the time of filming this. But it's blue, but it's not a matte blue like this. It's a glossy blue. And a lot of people don't think that the glossy blue color of it is as sophisticated as this matte blue. And I would agree. This matte blue, this reference, the Tudor Black Bay 58 here that's been discontinued in navy, a matte navy dial with an aluminum, for y'all across the pond, bezel. This is the best one because it's simple. There's no date cyclops to make it look janky. It's just a very good wearable size. And again, I wear this and I'll wear a 114060 Submariner, which that's a 40 millimeter. I'll wear this and the Submariner. This feels like the perfect fit. The Submariner fits well as also, but keep in mind, the other thing you may not, you probably noticed when I was showing it up close earlier, this does not have crown guard. So this has a more old-fashioned Submariner style look. Again, Tudor is part of the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation, just like Rolex. Tudor is essentially Rolex's little brother. It's the shield, and Rolex is the crown. You know, so the crown protects the shield. You know, that's kind of silly, but anyway, this is the best Tudor, and it's been discontinued as of April of 2026. So if you haven't picked one up, I was fortunate enough back during 2020, back when everything was crazy in the world and people couldn't go out, I was fortunate enough to pick one up then, and I'm glad I did, because like most everything else, even if this had not been discontinued, the price started to appreciate. And a lot of that is linked to tariffs. And then also Rolex and Tudor typically do annual increases. But now that this has been discontinued, mark my words, the Black Bay 58 Navy will likely appreciate rapidly in value. The only thing that, and wristwatches are not investments. Some people will argue with me on that. But with that being said, since this was released during 2020, there were a flood of buyers that purchased the Tudor Black Bay 58, and a lot of them purchased the Black Bay 58 Navy. So this is a quite common wristwatch. I mean, well, not everybody wears a Tudor, but among wristwatch people, you'll probably see quite a few of these. So with that being said, even though it's been discontinued, I'm not expecting a rapid price increase on the secondary market like we will see with the Pepsi, the Rolex GMT Pepsi. That one is going to go through the moon in price, in my opinion. But this is the best Tudor. Again, the size, the color, the fact that it is a blue dial, but it's matte, it's not glossy. And the fact that it has no fake patina, no faux patina. Now, I will say one thing, and you probably didn't even notice it, but on the sides of the bracelet, there's what are referred to as faux rivets, fake rivets, and that's been a point of controversy with a lot of people. But to be frank, you probably don't even notice they're there. But when you do notice them, you're probably like, man, I wish those weren't there. But like I said, you probably don't even notice they're there. But that's just one of those odd things. And there is a possibility, and I don't want to misquote, But there's a possibility that Tudor, if you could get the 5-link bracelet, there's a possibility you might could swap this oyster bracelet for a 5-link bracelet. So if you know whether or not that's doable, subscribe, ring that bell, and comment down below and tell all of us. But yeah, I just wanted to post this video because it is very significant that Tudor has discontinued what I feel is the best proportions. Again, Black Bay 58, not too tall on the wrist, but 39 millimeters, so it's not too small. It's a dive watch that'll fit most people, and it's disappointing that they discontinued it. Now, will they bring it back within the next few years? Potentially so. And did Tudor discontinue this because they wanted to draw attention to the new smaller 37 millimeter that they released with the glossy blue dial? Possibly so. But I don't know. I'm not a wristwatch expert. You probably know a lot more than I do. So subscribe, ring that bell, comment down below, and share your wristwatch knowledge. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.
Hey y'all, iRick Guy here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.